I think people are going less to the cinema because two main reasons. One of them is the crisis. The economic crisis makes them not being able to pay for the high prices of the tickets.
It's true that less people is going to the cinema, but I don't think it's a problem of not wanting to go to the cinema. I think it's a problem of not having the enough economical sustenance to pay such high prices for the cinema.
I think it's mainly because of the price and also because of the quality. If you have a high price and low quality, then you're not going to pay that amount of money to see a movie that you don't like.
It's true that people go less to the cinema now than, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that. But I think that it's quite complex to understand why that it's happening and what it's happening, because at the same time it's true that people are consuming more and more images, and not only film, but images.
Another reason is that most of the cinemas are showing the same movies as well. The blockbusters that come from the States, from Hollywood. And I think if there were a more wide variety of titles, people would be eager to go watch these movies.
They are always the same. I mean, there's few comedies and one horror movie, and lots of great films are not well advertised.
It's important to focus also on what are you programming.
That is the basic problem in Madrid, at least. I think that the problem is that they don't know how to handle the films they have, because they, for example, I would bring a lot of other films that are being premiered in Europe, or in lots of films that come from festivals but never reach Spain.
If you analyze the cinema industry or the exhibition industry, you see that it works exactly the same now than it used to work in the 80s or in the 70s, with the same old structure.
That is a very big problem. As far as I know, the majors or the US majors control part of the business, and at the same time some of the distributors in Spain also negotiate with the theaters and with the exhibitors in terms of what films are going to be shown and when.
I don't know if it's a good idea to apply the same system, the same distributor system to all films.
Most of the cinemas agree to stay a price that normally is quite low, and in those nights in which the price is lower, then the people goes to the cinema.
These initiatives are not only good, but that they are like the first step to what we have to achieve, that is the lowering of the prices.
Having an initiative such as La Fiesta del Cine, I would say it's really good in at least trying to build an audience for a theater audience. You know, and that is extremely important, because I think there is this interaction in which the industry is saying, okay, we understand that there is this situation and we are willing to do something about it.
Now they are starting to react a little bit and trying to find another way, but the problem is that they are big monsters and big elephants, and it's very hard to move them and to make them change a little bit. But I think there are a lot of ways to attract people to the cinemas, or people to watch films.
And people are watching cinema, not necessarily they're going to the theater, but that doesn't mean that they're not watching cinema.
There is this need of consuming cinema or watching films. It's still on people, but the industry has to move and to see how they can deal with the crisis situation and with all these new screens appearing everywhere.
I think with the new government, with the government we have right now, they have an approach to culture which is the opposite that it should be, because I think the culture should be profitable. You should get profit from culture, and it's a basic need. that you can't treat as a business.
What is really bothering me is that, at least in Madrid, which is the case that I know, the local city hall is not giving opportunities for new cultural spaces to open downtown. And that is, I mean, it's not necessarily the same, but of course it is related. And that is very, very problematic.
The process of turning cinemas or cultural venues into commercial venues or commercial shops or something is very representative of nowadays society, because it shows our interests. No, what do we value more, culture or the culture of consumerism or the culture of going shopping every weekend? I think that it's very representative.
If we are, as a society, are deciding somehow that we like Gran Via and that people go to buy in Gran Via and they go to H&M, I mean, that's what we have decided. It is for us to do something about it.
I would insist in the loss that we are having because of this problem. Cinema is like very powerful these days.
Yeah, I still think it is a powerful machine, so to speak. I think it is challenging and it is exciting.
With the potential we have in this country and in this world, the films that are being produced should be better handled and better administrated so that they reach the larger number of people.